A clear coastal morning can turn grey fast when the ocean and the air are out of step. Sea fog is simply a cloud sitting at sea level, but the process behind it is a neat bit of weather science. The main ingredient is warm, moist marine air moving horizontally over colder water. That sideways movement is called advection, so this type is often called marine advection fog. As the air glides over the cold sea surface, the lowest layer of air is chilled from below. Cooler air cannot hold as much invisible water vapor as warmer air, so the air gets closer and closer to saturation. When it reaches the dew point temperature, the excess water vapor begins to change into liquid water. It does not usually condense in empty air. Tiny particles are needed, and over the ocean those particles often come from sea spray and salt. These hygroscopic particles attract water, giving droplets a surface to grow on. Once enough tiny droplets form in the boundary layer near the sea surface, visibility drops and a fog bank appears. The boundary layer is the lowest part of the atmosphere, where the air is most affected by the surface underneath. If that layer is stable, air near the water does not mix upward very easily. That stability can let sea fog linger for hours, especially when moist air keeps flowing across the same colder water. This is one reason sea fog can last longer than radiation fog over land. Radiation fog usually forms overnight as the ground cools, then often lifts after sunrise as the land warms and mixing increases. The ocean changes temperature much more slowly than land, so it can keep the near-surface air cool and damp for longer. Around Australia, sea fog is most likely where moist air, cooler water, and steady onshore flow line up. Strong sea surface temperature contrasts can matter in places such as Bass Strait, the Great Barrier Reef Lagoon, bays, and inshore waters. The East Australian Current is part of the bigger coastal picture because it carries warm water south along Queensland and New South Wales. But the current alone does not make fog. What matters is the temperature contrast between the air, the warm current, and any cooler water nearby. For boaters, fishers, and anyone working offshore, the practical message is simple. Watch for warm, moist air moving over cooler water, light to moderate winds, and falling visibility overnight or early in the morning. If the same air mass stays in place, fog can reform even after a temporary break. Before heading out, check the Bureau of Meteorology marine forecast and warnings for coastal visibility updates. Sea fog looks calm, but it can hide hazards quickly, so treat a grey horizon as a signal to slow down and plan ahead.